Wait for it. And there you have it, people. The stream is up. We are live, and I hope you guys are ready for this because, excuse you, man. Because all I've got to say for today is all I need to say. Let me see if I can find the proper video just to describe what to expect tonight, basically, here. Just listen.
Yes.
That's why I literally put the chant in the description, people. That's why I literally put it there. That's all I could even say for All Out. That's all I could need to say, at least, or it feels like it. I could just say CM Punk back, and you're already hooked. But that's just the start of what's going to be one hell of a card for today's show, All Out. Yes, I know we didn't get to do it Saturday, but Heathie's work schedule, and I just wanted to do things here at our usual time. Plus Sunday, it doesn't matter. We're live here again. This format's kind of easier on my disk storage space because of all the games I have and everything. And yeah, but the good news is, I got all the images lined up. I figured out how to do this. And yeah, for All Out, so we're good. So yeah, like I said, All Out, Chicago, Hoffman Estates, Illinois, where champions are made at the Now Arena. I could just say that for AEW and all here. The third All Out pay-per-view in the chronology, and the first to be held outside of the Jacksonville Jaguars complex in Jacksonville, Florida, aka, where was it? Daly's place, but I can't remember here, yeah. Since the start of that stinking pandemic still, but it is going to be great. You've got a hell of a load of matches. You've got Kenny Omega and Christian Cage going against each other. You got the Bucks versus the Lucha Bros in a steel cage match. You got Miro and Eddie Kingston. You got Chris Jericho's career on the line. You got a Women's Casino Battle Royale. But probably the big thing, like I said, is CM Punk's return. Now let me just turn this on here, this little thing. I forgot to turn that on. I got the window capture all piled up and ready to go, and I really want to get into this. So let me just not waste any more time and let's introduce the players. I'm Coffee Lover 239, of course, and with me as always is Orange Cassidy's personal hype man, Heathie.
This card feels bigger than WrestleMania, not only with the Punk return, but even if Punk wasn't coming back, it's a stacked as shit card. I'm so ready for this tonight.
Amen, man. I agree with you there. And of course, with us as always for AEW stuff is our resident John Moxley stan, Steven.
All I have to say is CM Punk, CM Punk.
Yeah, man. You and a whole bunch, but we're gonna get to him a little later, of course, because the match card is already lined up. Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage may be the main event, but for the real main event for Chicago, it's gonna be CM Punk and Darby Allin. There's no lies about it. And finally, with us is our link between wrestling anime and my girlfriend, Julie.
Hello, I'm the housewife. I'm the housewife of the group.
The house what now?
Housewife.
Yeah, they're more or less, but sooner or later we'll translate that both here and there. And yeah, and without further, why don't we just not waste any more time and get into it? And we'll be playing this from the phone, by the way, here, while I get the other thing. So let's just get into the first match. Wait. Oops, I forgot to switch it a little later there, but that's okay. Our first match, as you can see, is the best friends, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Wheeler Yuta, and Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, versus the Hardy Family Office, and Matt Hardy, Private Party, Mark Quinn, and Isaiah Cassidy, and the Hybrid 2 of Angelico and Jack Evans. Okay, where's the description? I put it in the other one here like I did before. Here it is. So, on September 2nd, a 10-man tag team match pitting the Best Friends and Jurassic Express against the Hardy Family Office was announced for the buy-in pre-show. Hardy Family Office and the Hybrid 2 was announced for the buy-in pre-show. And that's really all I can say. There's not much in terms of an actual match description here. And sadly, the Hype Man's one is on the pre-show, or the buy-in as we call it here for AEW, but What more can I say, really? Yeah, this will be a decent little warm-up match, I'm sure. Not too crazy, but hey, you've got people that the crowd can root for, especially Best Friends and, of course, Jurassic Express. And yeah, so Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
You know what I heard Orange Cassidy does in his spare time?
What?
He likes to take a bath, no shower. He likes to go in the bath, and he likes to let all the dirt wash into the water with him, so the water becomes murky. He likes to get an erection, and when his erection is up, the tip of his penis just appears above the water.
Oh, shit.
In the corner, a window's open. A fly flies into
Oh my god.
the bathroom.
What the?
And the fly, after making sure Orange Cassidy is as dirty as he can be, he ushers for the fly to get close. The fly, intrigued by the smell, sees a launching pad, a landing pad, Orange Cassidy's penis. The fly lands on Orange Cassidy's penis head
What the fuck?
and walks around. The feeling of the pitter patter of the fly's feet on Orange Cassidy's penis makes him so. It arouses him so much. Orange Cassidy ejaculates. And you know what the best part is?
What?
The semen drowns the fly.
At this point, nothing surprises me with you anymore with this at this point. You go above and beyond every stinking time, and all I can say is, boy, that escalated quickly.
That's such a good...
Orange Cassidy has a question for you.
Yes?
If you had a BB gun and you had a boner, if you shot your BB gun sideways through your erect cock,
What the fuck?
when you lost your boner and your penis would become flaccid, would the BB gun hole become bigger, smaller, or stay the same size?
I don't want to answer that. I'm pleading the fifth on this one. Jeez.
Stay
man.
the same size. Stay
Oh,
the
for Christ's sake.
same- yeah, my...
Although in Orange
Yeah.
Cassidy's case,
In Orange Cassidy's case, he has a big horse cock. Because, as you know, he is a gay homosexual.
I'm pretty sure at this point we have broken the fucking verbal morality statue on YouTube, like when John Spartan and Demo Man shoots the fucking box. It's like, be well, and we're telling it, be fucked. John Spartan, you were...
After Orange Cassidy gets home from work, sweating all day, he reaches into his pants. He put his finger into his uncircumcised penis, and he twists it around. He pulls it out, and he sniffs his finger. He gets a packet of ready salted crisps and rubs his finger that's been inside the penis on a ready salted crisp. Because of the smell, the ready salted crisps are now salt and vinegar crisps.
Christ. What the fuck, Serpico? We're all corpsing except for you. And I'm gonna make you corpse at your own shit, but you probably have before when we aren't even... Okay, man, for real, who do you think's gonna win?
The winner of this match will be the person who has the most bum sex. And I think that's
God damn it!
Wait, Orange Cassidy has a match? Who's he facing?
Oh, it's him and the other best friends and Jurassic Express against Hardy Family Office and TH2.
Do you think I know Luchasaurus is on Orange Cassidy's team, but do you think Orange Cassidy's gaping asshole is enough to withstand Luchasaurus' giant
Ah, yeah! Stop! God! Damn it! Oh, I want to get you. Imagine if we were all in the same room and actually having our own real reactions. I'd be roughing you up, man.
Hey, Coffee.
What?
I've got 3 gallons of milk for you, big mama.
Oh, you wish. Oh, no. I'll be rubbing you up, son. I'll be roughing you up.
Oh, fuck yeah. Rub me up, boy.
No, I said rough you up, basically. Big mistake, you little punk.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna rough you up.
I
Okay.
need Jesus in a can of ginger ale. Whoa.
Okay, no, for real, man. Who you think?
Shelton Benjamin, boy.
No, between the actual teams. Come on, for real. I need.
Oh, no, Jurassic Friends. I mean, that team.
Let's just go with Jurassic Friends. I'll just take that. Steven, who you think's gonna win?
Jurassic Express, best friends.
Okay, yeah. So basically them. And Julie, if you're still there, my
Jurassic
love.
Express.
Jurassic Express and best friends. I'll go with Jurassic Express and best friends.
Masturbations.
Grrr! Okay, let's just move on to the next before this shit gets out, man. That didn't even take long. All it took was the first fucking match, and then that happened. Excuse you, my boy. Okay, let's just go to the next match here. I gotta. Oh, wait. Before we do,
Bum.
stop it. Before we do, I'm gonna have to get some music. Here, this. Perfect. I just needed some music because we have a casino match up next. So let's go. Match is showing, so hit the music. And our next match, let me hit the music. Yeah, there you go. Is the 21-woman casino battle royale for an AEW Women's World Championship match. There are current 20 announced participants, and we will have one surprise entrant and our Joker. So who do we've got? Well, we've got Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, The Bunny, Big Swole, Tai Conti, Diamante, Penelope Ford, Red Velvet, Hikaru Shida, Emi Sakura, Jay Cargill, Kira Hogan, Abaddon, Layla Hirsch, Keelan King, Rebel, Jamie Hayter, Anna Jay, Riho, Sky Blue replacing Julia Hart, and we have one Joker mystery entrant. That's probably going to be Ruby Soho, if I had to guess. So yeah, there's no story really for this one. AEW always loves their battle royales. They play the casino music, I play the Casino Palace from F-Zero GX. It's that fucking simple, people. And what can I say, except yes. I'm always looking forward to this, because there's a good stacked field. You don't know who could win this thing. Any woman could theoretically win, except maybe those lower enough on the card, but that's beside the point here. I love me a good battle royale. I love the format AEW has set up for these casino-style battle royales, not only because it gives me an excuse to play kick-ass music from one of my top 3 racing game soundtracks of all time. Might even be number 2, to be perfectly honest. Up there, I'll tell you that much. And this is looking great. Excuse you. It's probably Healy. So, Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
Well, I have a good saying when it comes to these sort of matches.
Mm-hmm.
A battle royal on a pay-per-view makes my whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Anal makes my whole week. I love a good battle royal. Like, I know it could be placeholder, but it's just fun.
The format AEW does. That's what makes it fun. Because it's so different, too. Like, the way everyone enters by card suit.
I know off the top of my head. I mean, as far as who's going to be surprise entrant, I think the former Ruby Riott is a good shout. I wouldn't be surprised if she showed up.
Yeah,
would love to see her.
She seems to be the popular surprise entrant choice.
But looking at, I'd like Big Swole, Tay Conte's good, Anna Jay, I don't think she's that ready, because she's just had some injury. Jamie Hayter, that's a name I wouldn't mind to see win, but I'm going to go purely logic based, not, a common theme with these is I go with my heart over my head. I'm going to go with my head in this one, in this pay-per-view predictions podcast. I'm going to go with Jade Cargill because she's undefeated, and damn, if she isn't deserving of a title shot.
Good choice, good choice. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
That's a good pick, but we're gonna see a heel versus heel scenario with those two. I mean,
Oh, they'll make it work.
they'll make it work. I mean, I was thinking, I feel like the Joker might win, and I think we all know who's that gonna be. The one and only former WWE got released not too long ago, Ruby Riott, which is Ruby
Soho.
Ruby Soho. So I think Ruby's gonna win the whole thing. Yada yada yada.
That's if she's the surprise entrant, but it probably won't be surprising. Julie, who do you think's gonna win?
I would think Nyla Rose.
Interesting. Why Nyla?
We both transgender.
Touche. Touche. And, yeah, anyways, who would I think? God, this is tough. Y'all make, I suppose, decent cases for each of them, but I don't know. Look at this fucking field. It's stacked. There's a bunch we can take out. There's probably a few throwaways, like Rebel will probably is out of the picking. I'd probably also rule out Emi Sakura. There's Penelope Ford or Penelope. You didn't think I'd get that one in there now, did ya? Okay, I don't know. I don't know. This is tough. I would say Thunder Rosa now, but how long has Britt Baker been AEW Women's World Champion? I imagine they want to give her a good long reign. Okay, 98 days. If they want her to suppress Sheeta's reign, or even Riho and Nyla Rose's reigns, we still have a little ways to go. Actually, she's a few days away from Nyla Rose. So I would probably rule out Thunder Rosa for that. This is tough. You know what? I think I'm going to agree with Healy on this one and go with Jade Cargill as well to set it up.
Before we skip, I've got a question.
Yes?
And it's a bit of a throwaway, but in kayfabe, if there is a wrestler whose birth name is Ruby Soho, I pray to God that Ruby scours the globe and gets a tag team partner called Carmen Sandiego.
Good one. Get it? Yeah. If only someone would use that name in wrestling, but we know. Okay, let's kill the music. I think we're good. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Hit and go. Our next match is Jon Moxley versus Satoshi Kojima. So, in February of 2021, AEW was reported, to have established a working relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling. And on the August 25th episode of Dynamite, Jon Moxley said that NJPW wrestler Satoshi Kojima had challenged him to a match at All Out. So, like I said, they've pretty much established a relationship since early 2021. They've been mostly working behind the scene, or not quite, mostly on TV, I mean. You've mostly seen matches on TV and stuff, so this is like one of the real first pay-per-view matches to come out of this partnership. I don't know much about Satoshi Kojima here.
Me neither.
Yeah, I do know like a handful of guys. Originally, I believe it was supposed to be Hiroshi Tanahashi, who I do have an idea of. However, due to certain, I think, travel restrictions, it's not. But even then, seeing this as a start of things to come would be great. From what I can find here about him from his Wikipedia page, he was the first wrestler to hold NJPW's IWGP Heavyweight Championship and All Japan Pro Wrestling's Triple Crown Championship simultaneously, and one of 3 wrestlers to hold the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, Triple Crown Championship, and NWA World Heavyweight Championship, the other 2 being Keiji Muto and Shinya Hashimoto, and is an overall 5-time world champion in major professional wrestling promotions. So, yeah, that's just his work as a singles guy. He has been in a tag team with Hiroyoshi Tenzan, and him and Kojima are 6-time IWGP Tag Team Champions, and yeah. So it seems like he's got a decent list of accolades here. If you've probably watched more NJPW, you'll probably be familiar with him. Sadly, I haven't much because of time zone problems and everything. And plus, because my life is so busy, I don't have much. Oh, little fact about Kojima. Along with fellow NJPW wrestlers, Hiroshi Tanahashi, his tag team partner, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, and Toru Yano appear as members of the gang Justice in the 2016 video game Yakuza the Sixth, The Song of Life. I just needed to point that out for shiggles because it's fun. He also appears in the game Fire Pro Wrestling World as a playable character. So yeah, there you go. Alright, Heath, who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, this is gonna be a lot of just fuck shit. This is gonna be...
Ladies and gentlemen, we are having a slight temporary technical problem. He has dropped out. Please bear with us one moment. Oh, there you are, man. You're back. Hey, you dropped out there for a minute. Everything good?
Yeah, I think I just want death. Just like I want an insane amount of death. I want people to die over this shit.
Oh
just
boy.
kill everyone.
Well, it's not quite a death match, but knowing these two, we could see some crazy shit.
It's an unofficial death match in my head, but I'm gonna go with Moxley. Just fucking chop the heart out of his skin.
Damn, that's brutal. That's some Mortal Kombat like shit. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Boobies in my mouth.
Stop it! Steven, for real.
By the way, fun fact: last night John Moxley did win the GCW World Champion. So I wanna.
Yeah, he did. He pinned to Matt Cardona.
But I think so. Yeah, he's been doing great since he's been to AEW World Champion. Fun fact: if Kenny Omega does retain, he will pass John Moxley's reign. Just so you know.
Probably likely, yeah, to happen, but yeah.
But I think John Moxley's gonna win.
Oh, fat man.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised you say that. And Julie, who do you think's gonna win?
John Moxley.
We're all in unanimous agreement then. I'm going.
John Moxley. No.
Yep, good old John Moxley indeed on this one. Kojima will probably be fine in the end, and yeah, what more can I say? This should be an excellent match, so yeah, let's just close out of this and go to the next. Now, our next match is Paul White, formerly known as The Big Show. Well, don't do it, Carmen. Well, I'm warning you. Okay, sorry, I had to do that. So yeah, Paul White versus QT Marshall. So where was I? Okay. On the August 11th episode of Dynamite, Paul White would come to the aid of his friend Tony Schiavone after Schiavone was attacked by QT Marshall, Aaron Solo, and Nick Comoroto. On the following week's Dynamite, White announced he would face Marshall at All Out, marking White's AEW in-ring debut. So, I know White's been in and out in the ring and all. I feel like this is more of the break match out of everything here. I feel like this may be some kind of warm-up for Paul White so he could eventually have that match with Shaq, because Shaq did have a match earlier this year in AEW, so yeah. So I feel like eventually this is possibly some other warm-up, or rather sometime not too long ago, but I feel like this is a warm-up for him basically there, for Paul White, so he could probably get back. There's probably not too many people eager to see him back in the ring, and mostly he's been doing commentary stuff up to this point, really, but I do think he probably could still bring some stuff, at least if he has that one match with Shaq, and then that's pretty much that. Or, who knows, we'll see. We'll see. QT Marshall's really more of the veteran type as well, so yeah. Between these two, it's probably pretty obvious, though, if things play out how I think they're going to play out, how it's going to go, but yeah. Heathy, who do you think's going to win?
I mean, I'm just here to see his nose reach the back of his head with a knockout punch.
God.
I know. I feel like with the Billy Gunn and Gun Club heel turn on Wednesday, or was it? I don't know when it was, but the heel turn. I feel like that's where they're going to go next, and tie this knot up, and just to find another unraveling one coming up in Billy Gunn. I don't know why they're doing Billy Gunn Big Show. I think it's just giving the young kids something to do, like Austin, and the other one something to do.
Perhaps.
So, I mean, there's no way that QT's beating Big Show. Paul White, whatever you call him.
Paul
no way
White
he wins.
now.
Yeah. Paul White's going to punch him in the face, he's going to pin him, then he's going to punch him in the nuts in a post-match celebration.
Oh, God.
So it's going to be Paul White to win.
I see. Steven, who do you think's going to win?
I think... Oh, this one's... I mean, it's not going to be a cam match. No one really wants to see this match happen, but I think QT Marshall might win. QT Marshall? Yeah, QT Marshall.
Really? QT Marshall, huh? Wow. The one odd out, huh? Julie, who do you think's gonna win?
Paul White.
Paul White, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna go with No More BS himself on this one as well. Given the fact that Paul White probably still wants to have the you-know-what match. I mean, technically QT Marshall is the younger of the two, but at the same time, he's not really been a major player in a lot of different things besides the Nightmare Factory ordeal. He's not really been built up strong, so I wouldn't be surprised if Marshall goes down in the end and Paul White wins. I mean, this is his debut match in AEW, technically. I really don't expect him to lose it, so I'm going to go with Paul White on this one. And we're 3-1. So far, in terms of matches, we were unanimous on the buy-in. We split on buy-in and Moxley versus Kojima. We had 3-1 on this one. And we split like 2 and 1-1 for the Battle Royale, which is no surprise. But yeah, let's see how we do with the next one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here's a big one for ya. It's MJF versus Chris Jericho. And if Chris Jericho loses, he will never wrestle in AEW ever again. He will go to that commentary booth on Rampage full time. At Full Gear on 2020, MJF defeated Chris Jericho for the right to join Jericho's faction, the Inner Circle, which was consisting of Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, and Santana and Ortiz. But on the March 10th, 2020 first episode of Dynamite, MJF betrayed the Inner Circle and revealed he had been secretly building his own group named The Pinnacle, consisting of him, as well as Sean Spears, Wardlow, FTR, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, and manager Tully Blanchard. The two groups would continue to feud over the following months, with Jericho pursuing a singles match against MJF. At Road Rager on July 7th, MJF declared if Jericho wants a match against him, he would be forced to face 4 wrestlers of MJF's choosing in a series of matches dubbed the Labors of Jericho. Jericho would defeat each of MJF's handpicked opponents and face MJF in the final labor on the August 18th episode of Dynamite. But he was defeated because, oh yeah, I'll use a wet Floyd behind his back. I'll use when Aubrey's not looking, but not the Judas effect. Oh, no, not that. She didn't see it, so it never happened. Oh, fuck that shit. And on top of that, we didn't even get to hear the music. I was there for that match in person. God damn it, I hate that son of a bitch, MJF.
You love it. You love it.
Shut up. He is evil. He is evil.
Oh, you love it.
Evil. Evil is his stuff at one and only
By the way, guys, he's not the Messiah.
No. That has nothing to do with anything, and we're not talking them.
Oh wait, Seth Rollins is on the call tonight? Oh,
he's fucking forgot his roots, I'll tell you that much. Look at that. Anyways, on the following episode of Dynamite, Jericho challenged MJF to another match at All Out, stipulating that if he lost, he would retire from in-ring competition, which MJF accepted. Oh boy, so what are we gonna do here? You know what's funny? It's earlier this year, we had the Stadium Stampede match between the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle, and if the Pinnacle won, Inner Circle would be breaking up. Healy, you said some words to me to convince me to say the Inner Circle, and you saved my ass then and there, actually. But here, and here, I don't know. It's tough. Like, what do you do? It could go either way. And
Okay.
Oh, I'm not done yet here. Like, think about it. Jericho's getting up there in age. I'm pretty sure he's now in his 50s at this point. MJF is still a spring chicken with a lot more to give, basically, considering he's only a year older than I am, which scares me a little bit because he's already doing this. And meanwhile, here I am, and here I am just shooting the shit with a couple of my best friends and the love of my life about this stuff, hoping to make something out of this. But for now, we still just love to do what we do. But even then...
Aww.
Thanks, but even then, it's tough, because I feel like Jericho, with how well some people go, how retirement is never true retirement, yeah. And AEW has been pretty good about stipulations like this. Like, remember the Cody stipulation, basically, where he lost against Jericho. Ironically, it was thanks to MJF, how he would never get another AEW World Championship shot, and they've stayed true to that,
Yeah.
although it might only be a matter of time before they find a loophole, basically, to go around that stipulation, which I feel like with Jericho, he still probably has more matches that he could do against people, basically, and still have more to give. We've seen how MJF's come out from losses, and he's come out not too bad in the long run, I suppose. Remember when he lost against John Moxley? I forget exactly which pay-per-view, but I know they had a match for when Moxley was still...
I think it was All Out.
I don't know if it was
Out?
All Out. Maybe it was All Out, actually, last year. Anyways, yeah, this should be an interesting match. I don't know how this could go, but we'll see. Heathy, who do you think's gonna win?
I mean, they could find a loophole around this, and they could have Jericho lose and then come back for a match. But the thing is with AEW, I don't think they go back on their word like WWE do. I feel like, because, you know, biggest example, Cody. He had that stipulation when he faced Jericho for the title at Full Gear in 2019, where if Cody were to lose, he would never challenge for the title again. And lo and behold, he hasn't challenged since. So, you know, out of good faith, you know, I'm thinking if Jericho loses here, he's done. But I don't think he is done. I feel like he's got a lot left in the tank to give. He's better than most part-timers. He may not be able to do like 30-minute matches, but he can do 20-minute, 25-minute matches. He's not at the peak of his game, but he's still pretty high up there. He's still at a professional level. I think he's got what it takes to still keep doing this at a high level. And look, MJF is like really young. He's extremely young. You know, if you heard of wrestlers starting their career when they were 30, you'd still think that's kind of young. Like DDP didn't start until he was 35, and he had a match in 2019,
which was insane.
Yeah, so I think MJF will be okay with a loss. MJF has already won 3 times. It's not like his whole momentum gets nullified with the Jericho win. Jericho could even win dirty.
Ooh.
And honestly, it wouldn't even be a heel turn. It would just be like, hey, I'm a wily veteran. You know, MJF has been an absolute dick ever since AEW was made up, ever since its inception. You know, one back for the good guys. So, yeah, I mean, I think it would be a hell of a shock and a hell of a moment if Jericho did lose. But I'm just going to go with what I think would be, you know, I'd be fine with that happening. So I'm going to go with Jericho to win.
I see. And Steven, who do you think's going to win?
Yeah,
Hold on here.
who I think do I want to win? I think MJF is gonna win. I feel like MJF is gonna be that torch of the, you know. It's hard. It's really. God damn it, Coffee! Why did you make it so hard on me? You made it seem so hard, man.
So what's in here? This coffee made you hard.
All right, I had to take a phone call. What happened?
Nothing. Do not say it. Do not say it.
Coffee. Steven
What?
basically said, you make him hard.
Stop it!
I was joking.
Jesus, you know what this is like? It's like the fucking Siskel and Ebert review when they reviewed that awful live-action Disney film, Meet the Deedles, and then, like, basically Siskel was like, I may have a negative physical reaction to the word for the rest of my life because this movie was so bad. Well, it's the title word in the picture, and Roger's like, Deedles? And Siskel's like, ooh, Roger, don't. And he's like, see, now he knows he can control me. He's gonna start liking this picture. And then Roger's like, Deedles. And Siskel's like, stop it, Roger. Well, who did you say, Steven? Because I had to take a call.
I said MJF.
Oh, wow, aren't you something? Julie,
Yeah,
who do you think's gonna win?
Because he's your favorite.
Stop it, Steven. Julie, who's your pick?
I would say Jericho.
Jericho, huh? Okay. 1 MJF, 2 Jericho. I'm gonna make it 3 Jericho here, because I don't think this is the end of the line here for Jericho. If it was, they'd have to milk it really for all it's worth, quite frankly, much like what I think WWE is going to do with John Cena's final match, whenever that day inevitably comes. So, I'm going with Jericho. Okay, let's just go to the next one. Our next match is Miro versus Eddie Kingston for the TNT Championship. Where is it? Where is it? No. Oh, no. Here it is. On the August 25th episode of Dynamite, AEW TNT champion Miro called out Eddie Kingston and declared he would drag him into the river. On the August 27th episode of Rampage, Kingston attacked Miro, and a match between the two would set up for All Out. And that's really it, too. We know both these guys are damn talented. Miro's been doing excellent work in his career, and what more can I say except, yeah, this is going to be a good match. Heidi, who do you think's going to win?
God, you ever like sneezed so hard you nearly shit yourself?
No.
Oh, well, that's how I feel when I think about this match. It's going to be such a good match. You know, I don't know if it's. I know Tony Khan says the TNT title is a mid-card title, but I think that is probably, in a good way, I think it is a mid-card title because Miro and Eddie Kingston are not main eventers, but they are at the very, very top of the mid-card, and there's no other two people that could have had a match for the TNT title. I'm so ready for this match. I don't know what to expect because they're two, it's two different styles, and they bring out the best in different opponents. So the fact that they're going 1-on-1 now, it's going to be great. I don't know if Miro is ready to lose the title. I'm not ready to see him lose the title. He's doing his best work of his career right now. That's God's favourite champion, the Redeemer.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Eddie Kingston, he's always going to be one of my favourites. I think it'll be one of them things. I'm pretty sure Kingston did this versus Moxley for the world title about a year or so ago. I think wasn't it where Kingston got put in a submission hold and he didn't tap out, he passed out. So I assume that is what is going to happen here. I'm not sure that Kingston should be beating Miro. I'm hoping we get a lot more from Miro as TNT champion, and Kingston can move on to different things. So yeah, I'm going to go with Miro to win.
Interesting. And Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
I think's gonna win. I think.
Miro, huh?
TNT champion, the Monday. Oh wait, wrong person.
Stop it, man. He's God's favorite champion.
No one wants. Don't hinder the Jinjo. Okay, don't hinder the
Oh, sorry, you're not even going on there. Julie, who do you think's gonna win?
Miro crush.
I agree, and it looks like we're all in unanimous. Plus, I think if they want to have Miro suppress Darby Allin, they're still gonna have a little ways to go. So, I think it's probably gonna be Miro, more than likely, retaining that belt. So yes, Miro indeed. We're all unanimous.
You don't like Miro.
What?
I'm joking.
Girl, don't you dare. I will kick your ass.
Don't say kills kids.
No! God, stop! Okay, let's just go to the next one before I really kick your ass.
Only on weekend.
You are something else. Okay, Steel Cage match is up next. It's the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Young Bucks, Lucha Bros. Ooh.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Someone's clearly excited for this match. Anyways, after the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson retained the AEW World Tag Team Championship against Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus on the August 18th episode of Dynamite, it was announced that they would defend the championship at All Out in a Steel Cage match, and their challengers would be determined by a Tag Team Eliminator tournament involving Jurassic Express, Private Party, Varsity Blonde, Brian Pillman Jr., and Griff Garrison, bless you, and the Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Rey Fenix. On the August 27th episode of Rampage, Lucha Bros defeated Jurassic Express to win the tournament. Lucha Brothers previously beat Varsity Blondes in the semifinals to make it to the finals, and Jurassic Express beat Private Party to make it to the finals. Anyways, when we take a look at this here, as you can clearly see, this should be one hell of a match. And basically, the steel cage will be there to keep out the Elite and their the Bucks' cronies in the Elite from interfering, like Brandon Cutler doing his stupid shtick with that fucking cold spray bottle, which I want to take that fucking bottle. Honestly, their shtick is starting to get old really fast. See, I don't know what to do with that bottle. In the words of The Rock, I want to take that bottle, shine it up real nice, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up Brandon Cutler's candy ass!
Because coffee's good for women.
Stop it! And Roman has nothing to do with any of this.
I just had to say it.
Don't. No, you didn't. That has nothing to do with that. Otherwise, I'm going to take that fucking cold spray bottle, shine it up real nice, turn that sumbitch sideways, and go and stick it straight up yo candy ass.
Candy.
No, it's going to hurt like shit, boy. Oh, God. The Elite and their shtick. And, you know, how long have the Bucks been champions? I want to take a look. Look at this shit. They've held the belts 302 days. You know what? I think they've held those fucking belts longer. They held them even longer than Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. They've held them goddamn long enough. I don't know how longer they can keep going. All Out seems like a perfect pay-per-view for them to drop the belt. And, we may have the perfect team to do it. But let's get the panel's opinion first. TV, who do you think's gonna win?
This is the sleeper match of the card. I mean, I feel like a lot of people write this off because, not writing it off, but, you know, Steel Cage does combine certain spots of the match, certain dynamics of a tag team match. But it's a Steel Cage. You can get a lot out of a Steel Cage. And it's two of the best tag teams in the world right now. I firmly believe that in Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers. They're going to produce absolute magic.
They're going to tear the house down.
It's too bad that Cage is too damn high, because I don't think we'll be seeing anything crazy like a Canadian Destroyer or anything like that.
Oh, don't get too crazy there. Don't be surprised, man. Someone may find a way.
Yeah, maybe like a flying crossbody onto 3 other people.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, but it's going to be a good match. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what happens here, because I can't see what Young Bucks do after this other than Jurassic Express. So, has Lucha Brothers ever been tag champs before?
No, they
AEW?
haven't. Not in
No,
AEW.
maybe. Hey, why not pull the trigger now? Yeah, I'm going Lucha Brothers.
Alright. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Young Bucks.
Ooh, why the Bucks?
They're gonna win. I don't think Lucha's gonna take them. I don't think the Lucha Brothers.
I think I know why Steven's picking the Young Bucks.
Why?
Right?
Because the Young Bucks are 2 big, beautiful black men.
No. Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay, Julie, who do you think's gonna win?
Lucha Bros.
You know what? Let's make it 3-1. You know what? I'm feeling a little risky. I think it's probably time. The Bucks have held the belts long enough. They're the longest reigning ones currently. It's time to get someone else. Their shtick is kind of getting old. We need fresh blood. So you know what? I think I'm going to go with the Lucha Brothers on this one. It's time. It's Vader time. Let them win, goddammit. Lucha Bros, indeed. Alright, people. We're almost there. We have a few matches left. Boy, this is really flying by. Alright, next up. It's Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's World Championship. So, Chris Statlander returned from an 8-month injury layoff on the March 31st episode of Dynamite, and would subsequently go on a winning streak, eventually becoming the #1 ranked competitor in the women's division. Due to this, AEW announced on August 25th that Statlander would challenge Britt Baker for the AEW Women's World Championship at All Out. Pretty simple setup here, basically. I'm happy to see Statlander get a shot, even though, sadly, we probably know how this is going to end. I still think this should be a good match. The women's division is really coming into its own now that it's getting more people in there, and they're at least getting some better shit in there. I especially think with Britt Baker and her little faction going on, and Jamie Hayter recently joining them, like a 3-woman power trip. And I'm pretty happy with this, and I think this should be a good match on the whole. Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
This is a match I've been looking forward to for a while. I'm one of the biggest fans of Chris Statlander. I've been saying for months that, you know, if she wasn't injured, she'd be the women's champion by now.
Probably,
Or she was on that path, yeah. But it's not Fritz time. It will be Statlander's time sometime in the near future. I'm absolutely certain of it. She's too great of a performer not to be a champion. But we've got a long time to go with Britt Baker, and that's okay too. So I'm going to go with Britt Baker to win her.
Interesting. And Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Who I think's got she's not losing that title.
So Britt Baker, huh?
Britt Baker. The one and only Britt Baker.
D-M-D. I was waiting for you to do that, but yeah. And
I'm doing the.
I know. And Julie, who do you think's gonna win?
The Doctor.
No surprise. I think we're all in unanimous
And
agreement.
we're gonna get Adam Cole, baby.
Hey, hold it there. Hold easy there, Tiger. We don't know yet. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go with Britt Baker on this one as well. I don't think she's losing that belt anytime soon. Like I said, they still have ways to go with her, like the TNT champion. She's still at the bottom of the reigning champions, though, so although Sheeta's may not have been by full-bore intention because of things going on with the division, she did the best she could. But Britt Baker is really going to elevate shit, so I'm going with Britt Baker to retain on this one. Alright. Oh boy, here we go. Here it is, the moment you've been waiting for. CM Punk and versus Darby Allin. But the real deal is CM motherfucking Punk.
And I was right all along because no one believed me.
Hey man, no one. You said for the Rumble. You said for the Rumble. Look, man, relax. Okay, let's just get into this. So beginning in July 2021, rumors began circulating that former WWE wrestler CM Punk, who had been retired from professional wrestling since 2014, had signed with AEW. At Fight for the Fallen on July 28th, Darby Allin announced he wanted to face the best in the world, a nickname that Punk had used during his time in WWE, before they decided to piss on it basically by, yeah, I'm not going to go there. At First Dance on August 20th, Punk made his highly anticipated return / AEW debut and challenged Allin to a match at All Out. Oh yes, if you actually told me that this was gonna fucking happen, I don't know if I believe you. Given all the shit that happened to Punk over the years in WWE, getting fired on his wedding day, all the nonsensical shit that happened, he almost fucking died for this shit, god damn it. That's how serious it got. All that shit, he just had to get out. And finally, 7 years, AEW came along. The right time and the right place, and it's gonna happen. CM Punk, his grand return to wrestling. Like, if you're in Chicago, this is pretty much gonna be the real main event for you at this point. There's no getting around it. The hometown hero making his long-anticipated return. And what more can I say except this is gonna be one hell of a match. I think I might be looking forward to this even more than the main event itself, so yeah. Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
Boy, in the words of Mr. Meeseeks, I'm really excited for this match. Oh, it's been seven long years. 7 long arduous years. I remember being on my Xbox Live party chat with a friend from school, and he just spoke the news to me the day after the Rumble that CM Punk had left. And I was like, nah, can't be real. I remember that March 7th episode of Raw in 2014 when CM Punk's music hit and Paul Heyman came out to troll us all.
Wow.
Remember that? I remember that.
Evil. That was evil.
Yeah. I remember that June 2014 interview when CM Punk said never ever ever when he was asked about his WWE return, and it shattered me because I was still a kid back then. I remember all the years and the years and the years of the CM Punk return confirmed. All of this. Oh
god, Wrestle Talk.
You know,
they fucking went with that shit and ran that into the fucking ground. 3 years! 3 fucking years. And you know what happened with Ollie Davis? He lost the leopard print jacket, shaved the fucking head, and looked like Mike after some betting crap, and looked after that bet loss in the predictions thing, and looked like Michael Stipe from the later years of REM, and so much other shit too. Jesus, you should have seen him. He was ecstatic when that happened. I know I give them crap sometimes, those of you who know me, for running certain jokes into the gag but ground like that, and some of the stuff, and maybe they may be over a little more optimistic at times, but for the most part, you can't really blame anyone for not getting excited over this too.
Yeah, I mean, 2014 is such a leap back. Like when CM Punk left, I was a chubby guy with really stupid short hair, and I was doing shit in my classes, and I was in Orville school. And since by then and by now, when CM Punk has come back, I've graduated secondary school, I've graduated college, I've attended university, I've got a beard, I'm skinny, I've got long hair. Like, so much has changed, and I'm sure it's changed for you and Steve and Luna too. Just, you know, what a difference 7 years has made. But it's so great to see him back. Yeah, honestly, and this is probably a lot of fans are gonna fucking hate this because, you know, imagine 7 years go by and the match is a double count out. But sorry, I just jinxed it.
Oh, I doubt it.
I genuinely don't care who wins this match. I'm just happy to see CM Punk in his tighty whities again wrestling. But for it doesn't matter who. It could have been AEW, WWE, GCW, anywhere, Shimmer or Pro Wrestling. No, it could have been anywhere, and I would have watched it. So this is probably the most excited I've been in a long time, and the main reason I'm so excited for All Out. That and maybe a little American Dragon may show up, but you know, that's by the by.
Yeah, that could happen.
And maybe that's how Punk loses if he were to lose. But anyway, I think it's going to be CM Punk. I mean, I'm sure he can get by with some screwy finish that could plant the seeds for a heel turn if he really wants. Let's face it, Punk works best as a heel. Yeah, I'm gonna go with CM Punk, and that's for all of this predictions podcast. I've been I've thrown my heart away. I've sacrificed it in terms of head over heart. Now I'm going with my heart on this one. Punk to win.
Interesting. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Before I make up my mind, I just gotta read this. I'm leaving with the WWE Championship on July 17th, and hell, who knows? Maybe I'll go defend it in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Maybe I'll go back to Ring of Honor. Oh, hey, Colt Cabana, how you doing? The reason I'm leaving is you people because I'm gone. Pour money in this company. I'm just gonna
gonna win? Who's gonna win?
Hey, let him read that.
The wheels gonna keep turning, and I understand that Vince McMahon's gonna make money despite himself. He's a millionaire, and who should be a billionaire? You know why he's not a billionaire? It's because he has mounted himself with glad handling nonsense. Yes, let men like John Laurinaitis, people power. That wasn't it, but I had to do that. Tell him everything he wants to hear. Do you like to think that maybe this company would better after Vince McMahon is say it, coffee, say it. You know this one.
Dead.
Yep. But the matter of fact is, he's gonna get taken over by his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law and his rest of his stupid family. There we go. 10 years later, Punk, and you'll still might eat it. Yeah. But
did you know, Steve? Did you know that CM Punk is a black man and he was born?
What the fuck?
His birth name was Elroy Hoya Bambe.
Oh, for Christ's sake,
God.
Keely.
But I'm glad Punk is back. I remember the Pine Bomb. I remember him facing John Cena in one of the historic Money in the Banks. But I haven't been this excited. I was crying when Punk came back. I haven't been this excited when Edge returned. I haven't been this excited since Kofi won his WWE champion. Since all of that moment, but this topped that moment. This topped Edge's return. This topped Kofi winning the WWE champion. And I'm glad CM Punk's gonna win. I'm gonna pick CM Punk is gonna win. CM Punk is gonna win. I'm picking CM Punk gonna win. I love you, Darby Allin. You've been in the top for the last 2 years.
I think we get the idea.
I have a boner.
Stop it! Alright, Julie, who do you think's gonna win? Stop it!
CM Punk. CM Punk. CM Punk.
Let's just all go unanimous. This is CM Punk's first match in many years. I don't think he can afford to lose this one here, quite frankly. Like I said, with MJF, Darby Allin's a spring chicken who's still young, still has many more years to give, so...
Oh, and also, he's not a draw. He's not a draw, right, guys? He's not a draw.
And yet, he boosted from 700,000 viewers up to Rampage over 1 million in a crappy time slot.
He's not a draw, Roman. Roman Reigns, he's not a draw.
Yeah, and yet here CM Punk literally crashed shop.aew and Pro Wrestling Tees when his merch went up.
Yep.
Just like when Disney Plus crashed when Luke Skywalker was brought back at the end of season 2 in the fucking Mandalorian.
And by the way, I did get I did order a T-shirt. Hasn't gone yet. But
Yeah, I hope you do. Alright, there we go. We're all unanimous. CM Punk is back and he's gonna friggin' win. Stop it! Final match. Let's just end this shit. You're still laughing over that!
We love black man.
Stop it, all of you! Stop it, all of you! Okay, fuck it. Let's just end this shit here. It's Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship. Now, where is it? At Revolution, Christian Cage, formerly known for his time in WWE and Impact Wrestling, at the time known as Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, made his AEW debut appearance, signing a full-time contract with AEW. On the following episode of Dynamite, Christian said that after 7 years of retirement, he came to AEW to outwork everyone and win championships. The same night, Christian came face-to-face with AEW World Champion Kenny Omega. Over the next few months, Christian racked up wins, going undefeated in singles matches until he reached the #1 rank to earn an AEW World Championship match. The match was subsequently scheduled for All Out. Before that event, Christian defeated Omega to win the Impact World Championship on the debut episode of Rampage on August 13th. So, the belt collector is down another belt, ladies and gentlemen. He's lost the Impact World Championship, but he still has the AEW World Championship and the AAA Mega Championship. The AAA belt, I don't know what's going on with that still. But what I do know is that this could be some serious shit here with the AEW World Championship. Out of all of them, he's held the belt. Oh my god, as of tonight, he will have surpassed Jon Moxley. Or currently, he's tied with him for longest reigns in general. It's tough, because what do you do, really? Do you throw Christian Cage into the mix, or do you keep Omega going longer? We know the story would have been Omega and Page, with Page being the one to dethrone him. But Page is out because his wife's having a child. Congrats to them. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't. It's so insane and crazy that you just never know, really. Crazy how Cage has just been racking up there. Feels like he hasn't lost a fucking beat, basically. He's still awesome. And what more can I say? This is going to be a good match. Heedy, who do you think's going to win?
I mean, it's not... Holy shit, that's insane. Christian Cage... I mean, we have this amazing card stacked from top to bottom. I'm not saying Christian Cage is underwhelming, but, you know, I think this card, like, demands Penta El Zero Miedo or, you know, a CM Punk or Bryan Danielson or anyone, you know, like, with a huge drawing power to be on the centerpiece of the card. But on the flip side, I'm a huge fan of Christian. I loved it when he was World champ in 2011. I wasn't watching TNA. I was like 7 years old or something when he was champ over there. I didn't get to watch it live, but looking back, I liked his work in there as NWA's world champion. I loved seeing him return in the Rumble in 2021.
Yeah.
It was his match against Omega was great. On Rampage and the Rampage debut show, his match against Omega will be great tonight. But there's no way in hell. If any match was a dead start, it'll be this one. Omega's keeping the title. Cage is going to have a great match, and it's Cage. It's Christian Cage. I'd like to say he's universally loved, if not a few people who are pissed off that it's Cage in the world title match, not someone else. But there you go. That's some people for you. I'm going to go with Omega.
Interesting. Steven, who do you think's going to win?
Yeah, I think Kenny Omega's gonna win.
I see. Julie, who do you think's gonna win?
Christian.
Oh, really now? Why do you say that?
I think Kenny's time is up as a belt collector, so...
Okay, yeah, I think you make a point with the belt collector thing, but here's my argument there. Cage already had, like, the big win on the debut episode of Rampage to dethrone him for the Impact World Championship. So, like, would they really keep it going? I'm not sure in the end. Like I said, today is where he would tie Jon Moxley's reign. It would be kind of interesting to see him lose, but I'm not sure. The story would probably build up in a way here for Hangman, but like I said, he's out, and I'm not sure Cage could just do it. And then again, it may seem kind of counterproductive. The story seems just tailor-made. But even if Page is going to take a while, and it's someone else who dethrones Kenny, I think he needs just a little bit. Although, I could see it going either way, to be honest. But he may need just a little bit until the next pay-per-view. Just a little bit, as BC loves to fucking say all the time. But yeah, here. And the next pay-per-view they have isn't going to be until November. That being Full Gear, which is on that Saturday the 6th as of this writing currently. So I don't know. This could go either way. But I'm going to go with Kenny Omega for now. Because like I said, he needs just a little bit of time. And then to get All Out, then maybe then Page. I don't know if Page will be able to return or what. But we'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going with Kenny freaking Omega himself to retain. And there you have it, people. This is going to be one hell of a show. I look forward to watching this. Oh, and by the way, first time that the AEW pay-per-views are being on Fight TV in the US of A, that is. All you international people have probably been using Fight TV. But with the Bleacher Report Live merging into the main Bleacher Report, Fight TV has decided to offer it here. So, we'll see what happens.
Oh, and also, on the August 11th episode of Dynamite, a match between Andrade Lidio and Pac was scheduled for All Out. However, on September 1st, it was announced that match was instead take place on a future episode of Rampage due to Pac having travel issues due to COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, it's a shame that match was canceled, but even though we went down a match, basically, I do think the card that they have offered is going to be a pretty good one on the whole, basically, so expect this to go pretty good. This is going to be one hell of a card. We may get some surprises, who knows? We might even see Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, make his return.
Daniel Bryan coffee because
Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryan says WWE name. Stop it. We might even get some other surprises. Adam Cole's contract expires. Who knows? You never fucking know at this point.
Oh, I accidentally shut myself.
Stop it. Okay, look. Brace yourself, everyone, because this is going to be one hell of a show. And I think this is going to be strong. Stop it! Okay, look, I want to thank everyone, as always, for being here with me. Stop it, Steven. I'm trying to wrap this shit up. I want to thank everyone, as always, for being here with me. Want to thank Heedy for being here with me.
Hey, you know what we say? All work and no play makes a big black horse cock very dull. I'll see you guys for the Fallout. It's going to be a great card.
Yeah, if you're in the servers here for whatever Fallout. Let's see. And of course, I want to thank Steven for being here with us.
Well, it was fun being here, guys. And you might not see me for a while because I'm not joining in that Saudi Arabia bullshit.
That's not the next pay-per-view anyways.
I don't care. I'm not joining this Saudi Arabia bullshit. So eat it, yeah. And I'm not joining for Extreme Rules, so eat it, yeah. And I'm not. There may be a Survivor Series, but eat it, yeah. And we might get Dwayne.
If you smell, yeah, alright. And I want to thank Julie is here, my love, for being here with us. Oh, love.
I think she said.
I want to hear what?
What?
What do you want?
I was just saying, I want to thank you for being here. You're supposed to say something after I give my thanks.
I don't say.
What?
I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say, huh?
No.
Well, alright. Well, hey. You saw what they said, but then again, they do their own crazy shit. And next pay-per-view, the next AEW pay-per-view on the docket is Full Gear, but that's not going to be until November. So the next time we will probably see you is...
Coffee likes
Stop it!
No, wait, sorry. Coffee loves Eva Marie.
No! Stop it.
God.
I
Here we go
swear,
again.
if we were in person all in the same recording booth, I would go over and kick your ass Hank Hill style.
Eva Marie, Ferrara Miss Champion.
No, you want JD to have a fucking heart attack or a stroke, man? No, I think some people would probably actually fucking celebrate that shit, but... Or maybe not, I don't know. Okay, look, yeah, for real. And next time we'll probably see you is going to be Extreme Rules, which is the only other pay-per-view we have this month. That will be on Sunday, September 26th, which is about 1, 2, 3 Sundays out as of the this live stream. So, I guess
see you guys for Full Gear. I'll see you for Full Gear.
Yeah, you'll see him at Full Gear, but the rest of us will probably be here for that, so, or who knows, but...
Is it Full Gear or Survivor Series?
It'll probably be Full Gear first, then Survivor Series, at least for you, if you're gonna sit out Extreme Rules and whatever the next Saudi pay-per-view is.
Yeah.
So we shall see. Oh, we're gonna have to brace ourselves. Okay, so see you, like, in probably at least about 2 or so weeks for, Extreme Rules, and, thank you everybody for watching, and, we will all see you next time.
I love Chinese people.
Yes, indeed. Like, T and Shaw and their group. Anyways, alright, we gotta
Asian
get
persuasion.
Oh, good grief. Okay, alright, for real, let's, wrap this up here. Thanks for watching, everybody, and, till next time, people.